we will continue with the discussion on the Narad Bhakti Darshan. Sutra number 6. Yajgyatva matto bhavati stabdho bhavati atmaramo bhavati. So Narad ji is now continuing with his description of what happens when you get this power called bhakti. He says, matto bhavati. You will become intoxicated. People become intoxicated in the rasas of the world itself. So imagine the ras of divine love. Guru Nanak, he went to the court of the Mughal Emperor Babur. Babur offered him a cup of bhang, opium. He said, Swamiji, take this. Guru Nanak was relishing the ras of the divine name of God. He said, Bhang tambaku chotara utar jaye parbhat. O king, the ras or the high that you get from this bhang, it will be gone tomorrow morning. And what will be left will be a hangover. Naam khumari nanaka chadhi rahe din raat. And the ras that I am experiencing of the holy name, it remains with me day and night. So the bliss of God is so much that it becomes intoxicating for the devotee. That is why Sutikshna Ji Maharaj, you may have read his name in the Ramayana. When the Lord was going into the forest, around Chitrakoot was this devotee called Sutikshna. He heard that Ram is coming. Ram is coming. Ram, dishi aru vidishi pantha nahi suja ko main chaleu kaha nahi bujha. Where is he coming? Where is he coming? He's running to the north, south, east, west. Kabahuk phiri pache puni jai, kabahuk nritya karat gun gai. Sometimes he's dancing, sometimes he's crying. So this is the Mutt Stage or the intoxicated stage of the devotee. Now Sutikshna was just an ordinary devotee of the Lord. And the gopis are supposed to be the highest devotees. The gopis, it's not they've heard Sri Krishna is coming. Sri Krishna is actually dancing with them in the Maharas. Imagine the kind of bliss they would have experienced. So the state of matto bhavati of the gopis, how immense it would be. However, the other aspect is that God, along with the bliss, gives the power to control it. So the devotee controls the bliss. And that is why in the Maharas, the gopis are in full consciousness. They are dancing, they are singing perfectly. The swar with the swar, the tal with the tal, nothing is going wrong. Anganam manganam mantare madhavo madhavam madhavam chantare nangana ittama kalpete mandale madhyaga devaki nandana. There's one gopi and one Krishna, one gopi and one Krishna, and in the middle Radha Krishna. The whole dance is going on perfectly, even though the gopis are intoxicated in divine bliss, because Sri Krishna has given to those devotees the power to control it. So Narad ji says, this bhakti will intoxicate you. Then further he says, stabdho bhavati. Sometimes when the intoxication becomes too much, then the mind and intellect stop working. And the person either becomes samadhist in a trance or totally faints. The same Sutikshnaji, who's saying, oh, Ram is coming, finally he reached the state of stabdho bhavati. He just sat down and went into samadhi. Munihi Ram Bahu bhanti jagava jagan dhyan anit sukha pava. Ram is coming, waking him up. And he is in the samadhi, he is not even realizing that Ram has come. And the words from matto bhavati, he is gone into stabdho bhavati. So, you see this in the case of devotees. Ram Krishna Paramahans, in his worship of Kali Ma, he would become intoxicated, dance, everything, and then stabdho bhavati. He would lose total consciousness and faint. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested these symptoms to the highest extent because he was the avatar of Radharani herself. So he manifested that devotion to the highest extent. And his 18 years that he lived in a small place called Gambhira in the town of Puri, he was just relishing this bliss of devotion. Further, Narad ji says, atmaramo bhavati. That devotee becomes atmaram. Atmaram, what does it mean? I think most people can guess. Somebody who rejoices in the self. So somebody who is contented rejoicing in the self is atmaram. However, this word Atma has different meanings. These Vedas are such that words, here they have one meaning, here they have another meaning. For example, the Ved mantra in the Vrihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Na vare patyuh kamaya patih priyo bhavatyatmanastu kamaya patih priyo bhavati. The atmanastu kamaya came. Atma vare drishtavyo mantavyo shrotavyo nididhyasitavyo maitreyi. Again, Atma vare came a second time. So, the first time it is referring to the soul. And the second time the word Atma is referring to Paramatma, God. So here, Narad ji is referring to Paramatma. That devotee, he rejoices in God alone. But the interesting thing is that in the beginning of the sutra, he says Yajgyatva. Earlier he said on attaining bhakti, Yal labdhva. Now he says Yajgyatva, merely by knowing him. That is the power of knowledge. If you truly know God, you will fall in love with him. And if somebody says, I know God, but I have no love for him, then you don't know God. See, you give $1 million to a child, a 3-year-old child. He doesn't know the value of it. He has no love. He sees the chocolate in your hand. Uncle, chocolate. He knows the value of chocolate. He has not tasted the value of $1 million. That makes more sense to him. Similarly, we know the value of Rasgulla Anand, Jalebi Anand, Dokla Anand, and Brahmanand, Premanand, Paramanand, who knows what it is? So, if we really came to know the value of that, we would fall in love with God. Nothing else was required. And if you say, no, I have read all this and I have knowledge, That is not the kind of knowledge which Narad ji is talking about. The kind of knowledge he is talking about is you really came to know it's $1 million and immediately you got attracted. Now God is worth how much? Priceless. Then why is the attraction not taking place? Supposing Radha Krishna, it was announced that Radha Krishna will come to Holiday Inn at 2 o'clock at night and give darshan right here. Supposing I was to announce this, many people would come. Some would doubt, I don't know whether Swamiji was doing an April Fool or not, but let's go and try. Just like when the news spread that Ganesh is drinking milk, everybody said, let's go and see what's happening. In other words, you are getting drawn by the fact that Radha, Krishna, if they come, how wonderful it will be to see them. And the same Radha, Krishna, they say we are seated in our name. When you say Radhe, Radharani is there. When you say Krishna, he is there. All the scriptures are telling us that God and his name are non-different. But we don't have any attraction to the name. Why? Because we don't really know that they are in the name. We may know, but we don't believe. And the kind of knowledge Narad ji is talking about, Yajgyatva, is belief. Kripaluji Maharaj says, the day you believe that God is seated in the vibrations of His holy name, you will not be able to take His name, you will take it half and faint there, stabdho Bhavati. Because you will feel so united with Him. And we are not fainting in spite of saying Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. That means we don't really believe that He is in that name. So Narad ji has, sometimes people say, what is the purpose of knowledge in the path of bhakti? The fact is, this bhakti and knowledge go hand in hand. From knowledge comes bhakti, from bhakti comes realized knowledge, from realized knowledge comes further bhakti. In this way it goes on. They both aid each other. And then finally, the knowledge merges. Because bhakti is the higher power. So we will be coming to that later on. When that bhakti enhances, then the knowledge merges. The devotee doesn't even know that Sri Krishna is God. The gopis think he is our beloved. Yashoda thinks he is my child. Now the knowledge has vanished. Next sutra, number 7. Sa na kamayamana nirodharupatvat. Now he is going on to describe the various traits of bhakti. So he says, Sa na kamayamana. In this bhakti, there are no desires from the beloved. See, these desires that we make, I want this, I want this, I want this. These desires will never have any end. We think, oh God, I don't have any other desire but this one desire. If you can please fulfill this, after that I'll never ask you anything. That fellow who is thinking in this manner is very simple. Because the moment desire is fulfilled, it will lead to greed. That desire will come back with redoubled intensity. Jo prati labh, lobe adhikai. And this is the material world. People always, now I've got this deficiency, I've got this problem, we're going from problem to problem to problem. So if we ask God there will be no end. We will keep on and on asking. So what happens in this asking? My desire is fulfilled. Sri Krishna is very good. Not fulfilled. Oh, he's not good. He's all right. I have been harmed. Sri Krishna, there is no goodness in him. He is very hard-hearted. Our love for him will oscillate like this, like it does in the world. My husband is very good, very bad. My wife is very good, very bad. This drama goes on 10 days, 10 times in a day. The same thing we will do towards God and Guru also. If our formula is that they should fulfill my desire. Now the thing is that these desires we are making are on the wrong platform. They are on this platform of ignorance that I am the body. So because we are thinking I am the body, for the happiness of the body, we are going on making these desires. Now we have to decide, I am not the body, I am the soul. So if I am the soul, then what should I desire? You should still not desire, because desire is against the nature of love. This love is that in which the only desire is to give and give and give. In other words, it is not for our happiness, it is for the happiness of the beloved. Narad ji will talk about this in the future. So, you may have heard that there are three things. One is prem, or divine love. The other is kam, or worldly love. And the third is in between, business or vyapar, where the nature of the love is to give, give, give. That is prem, divine love. Where the nature of the love is take, take, take. That is kam, or worldly love. And where the nature is give and take, give and take. That is business. So, we conditioned souls have never learned to love.